What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. Before we continue with this Cyberpunk 2077 gameplay video here, turn your players to its maximum settings, 4K 60. Now let's get into it, picking right up where we left off from in the last episode. If you want to know exactly what's going on with my playthrough, just check out the playlist. Plenty of Cyberpunk 2077 episodes for you to check out. But I will admit, my more recent uploads on this game has the better quality, being that they're not streams and that they're in 4K 60. Still some epic content though for you to check out. So this is my first time playing this in a while, basically, ever since they did all the reworks and updates and added the DLC. What's going on with me pressing start and messing up the damn screen all the time right quick? Because I'm trying to figure out how to go into third person view. I would like to actually see my character, and I really can't figure out or remember what the actual button is. And just in case you didn't check out the previous episode or the prior episode to this one, we basically were reconning this facility or complex that we're basically about to breach and enter. For this game to be about 3 years old, I will admit it does look phenomenal. That's also why I wanted to see my character in third person.
Ordinary action. That is mine to do.
As far as gaming news goes and rumors and gaming talks goes, you still have Sony community, which I really don't like to speak about them on this channel, being a Xbox only and hardcore enthusiasts for Xbox gaming. But you got a lot of Sony fanboys and a lot of people in the Sony community claiming that this up and coming developer direct on the 18th, forgive me, I said it was on the 19th, it's coming up on the 18th of this month. They're claiming that these games from Game Pass and Xbox Studios, Microsoft Studios owned, is going to be basically ported for the PS5. They're slapping PS5 stickers on some of these videos, and that couldn't be any more false. There's been no confirmation that any Microsoft like big AAA games will be ported to other consoles. There has been no confirmation from Phil Spencer himself or anybody higher up in the ladder from Microsoft itself. So it's comical, but I understand what it is. You know, PlayStation fanboys like to troll, especially when they have no games to play. They have nothing better to do with their time than to sit on Twitter and make up stuff and troll happy Xbox gamers because they have all the games. It's clear as day. It's Tourette got it back.
I'm over this shit!
That copium that they're over there inhaling is really strong. Copium is real strong over there. Also, I've seen some posts about a rumor. Supposedly, I believe God of War is supposed to be hitting Game Pass due to the ABK Call of Duty Activision deal between Sony and Microsoft. I'm not actually sure how true that is. I haven't really seen like a deep dive into that actual article or the person that supposedly a leaker or insider is claiming this, that basically because of the deal that has been made between Sony and Microsoft for Call of Duty to still be on the console, that they're going to basically be porting God of War over to Game Pass. Supposedly. We'll see. Now, I really don't want no Sony games. I don't care for no Sony games. With the exception, that's not entirely true, because I did purchase Sifu when it hit Xbox Series S and X. I purchased it when I still had my Series S. And to be honest, I don't care for PlayStation games. It doesn't really appeal to me like that, even though they do have some good games. Like they have some good games as far as older games. Like other than that, it's not really for me. God of War though, I will play it. I'll give it a try. I'd like to see how it runs on my Xbox. I'll check it out. But to follow up and stand firm on the point that I'm making is, they came out with MLB The Show. They put that on Game Pass. I've never even played it once. I'm not a big baseball fan anyway. I have last baseball game that I remember me really sitting down and playing like that before gaming started to advance with technology, probably was like Super Nintendo. And I can't even remember the baseball game that I used to play. I used to play against my younger cousin's dad, and I used to play against my younger cousins as well. Absolutely, we would all be in there in their house playing the Super Nintendo. I used to have some fun. I used to get hyped when I used to figure out how to hit a couple home runs here and there. It was some good times. But yeah, like, I don't want to play MLB The Show, even though it's actually a really good game, really good graphical looking game, and you just can't beat Game Pass. It's on Game Pass, so it's like, here's a game. Why not try it out? That's the luxury of Game Pass. So much AAA quality gaming. Only thing that ticks me off with Game Pass, which I mentioned it across social media the other day, wow, we got a huge giant mech trying to tear me up over here, looking like Ed 10209 from RoboCop that just turned into junk metal, scrap metal. But the thing that I don't like about Game Pass is that they seem to tend to keep putting games up on the subscription service that I already bought. Tomb Raider collection, Assassin's Creed basically collection, Remnant 2. I don't own part 1, but I own part 2. I have a video or two on that. I actually need to dive back into that game. It's actually really, in my opinion, difficult as far as like playing against the NPCs. Them NPCs in that game don't play. I feel like I really need a squad, which I did run into one good player that actually got me some nice looking gear, some cool gear in the start. Whoever this random player was helped me out. I'll definitely give him credit for that. So eventually I will return to some Remnant 2. It's a great looking game, especially running on the Unreal Engine 5. Most of the games that I like they're like running Unreal Engine 4. Like Unreal Engine 4 is still like a top-notch graphical gaming engine. Hell Let Loose runs it. What else? I think Insurgency Sandstorm runs it. Gears 4 and 5 runs it. There's like a lot of games that run Unreal Engine 4. I think Redfall is Unreal Engine 4. And that's why, like, I was telling people when they was talking crap about it, I'm like, the graphics on this thing is amazing. Like, it's Unreal Engine. It's Unreal Engine 4. Like, if you're saying it doesn't look good, then you clearly need glasses. Go get your eyes checked. How many cameras and turrets does this place have? But Sony's 2024,
Enemy contact!
their first party lineup is looking really scarce or sparse, so to say. It's like, where are y'all games? Where's y'all release dates? Where's y'all game show? They don't have one. And this is why their community and the fanboys are on Twitter and all across social media doing troll things and putting Xbox games and labeling PS5 underneath it as well. And the even more insanity behind it is, remember the old narrative, Xbox has no games. Remember the other narrative, Xbox games are trashed. Xbox studios, they can't make a good AAA game. They don't make good games. Xbox makes mid games, mid station, according to them.
Right.
When actually, I really feel like that's what their console is. It's mid station. Because they came out with Spider-Man 2. It had some good features, some good storytelling in it, graphics looking good, with the ray tracing and all that. But 7 nominations for awards, and they won no awards. I take it back. Not 7 awards. They was nominated for 7 awards, and they got 0. Like, how you get 7 nominations and walk away with 0? Like 0. Like 0 from Mega Man. 0. They keep saying Xbox is going third party. There ain't gonna be another Xbox console coming out after the Series S and X. The Xbox is struggling so bad, but yet, if you really do your research and look it up, it's PlayStation that has been complaining, well, even though they've sold 50 million units, they need to sell like 100 million units, or even if they, according to the documents and leaks, and the report showed that even if they sold 100 million PlayStation 5 Slims, 100 million PS5s, basically in general, that they wouldn't even have enough profit to actually like really invest into making and developing another PS5 or another PlayStation console. That wouldn't even be enough, even selling $100 million worth of PlayStation 5s. That should show you whose company is really in turmoil and who's most likely to not come out with another console after this generation is up, within about another 4 years or so. 3 to 5 years max or so. Because we all know they're still going to support this generation once they come out with whatever supposedly the next consoles are, which, like I said, is looking like more so that PlayStation, they're the ones who won't have another PlayStation after the PS5. Xbox will have another console, better believe that. Bet your bottom dollar they certainly will. Why do I say that? Because they'll generate enough revenue off of Call of Duty alone. Just off of Call of Duty alone. Talking about Call of Duty Mobile, talking about Call of Duty on all the consoles. They're gonna bring it to Nintendo. Nintendo's coming out with their new Nintendo Switch that obviously will be able to run a Call of Duty to be on par with the same Call of Duty that's on the PS5 and it's on Series S and X. That's why they're coming out with the new Switch. Like I said, then you got the then you got the mobile market for Call of Duty. You still got Diablo, and there's another, Diablo. Like that EA Activision ABK deal merger was like a big thing. Like Xbox can eat off of that alone, just off of that. forgive me for rambling there, but to make my point, or the point that I'm actually trying to make here, is that the Sony fanboys and majority of the Sony community, which I'm talking about the fanboys that has no type of common sense, the straight idiotic gamers, they're hypocrites. They're really hypocritical. They're straight up hypocrites. They don't know what the heck they're talking about. One minute they hate Xbox, they hate everything Xbox. The next minute, now y'all basically, they're port begging. They're begging for Xbox games by making pictures that obviously are only Game Pass and Game Pass PC and Xbox only ecosystem, and slapping the PS5 label on the same developer direct and all the other up-and-coming Microsoft Studios big AAA games, Indiana Jones, Hellblade, so forth and so forth. Right? Y'all are basically begging for Xbox games, and y'all said Xbox had no games, Xbox makes trash games, Xbox game sucks. But here it is. You're on social media all the time talking about Xbox and now tagging PS5 on Xbox games, because that's how bad the company that your console preference of choice is, where y'all have no roadmap for your games. Like, where's your games? What exclusive big AAA first party game that they have forward to look to for 2024 other than Helldivers? And I seen a big YouTuber, a decent sized YouTuber, PlayStation fanboy, PlayStation supporter on his YouTube channel complaining and crying about how Helldivers will be free to play or something like that on PC, but all the Sony users gotta pay to play it on the PSN, PS Now, or whatever their stupid games of a service is. It's trash. Their games of it's trash. It's been trash. It's always gonna be trash. PlayStation has always been trash. They make okay games here and there. They know how to make a good single player game here and there, and that's their biggest strength, is that they know how to make a good single player game. And then it's funny because now that Xbox is about to do the same thing, making cinematic, real heavy graphical mocap video games, first person, second and third person video games, story driven movie like cinematic video games, I see these same fanboys and people talking about, oh, it's a walking sim. So what the heck was most of them cinematic games on PlayStation 4 and 5 then? It was the same thing. A walking sim, a QTE, quick time events, hold your hand through the game. Even, I'm gonna be real, like it's honestly why I really didn't like Spider-Man. It's like, it's a hold your hand game. Here's a QTE, press this button, press this prompt when quickly timed to press it, to watch this cutscene animation, basically playing a cutscene and not actually playing the game. This is why Xbox and Sony are two different games, or two different companies when it comes to making games. Like, Xbox makes games that you actually have to play, and they don't hold your hand for, oh, press Y, press triangle, press square, X or O at this time, at this segmented time in this game, because it's a cutscene. Watch this segment and you're gonna, feel happy that you pressed O and you watched your character, Spider-Man or whoever, God of War, do 100 animations for pressing a button once or twice when they tell you to press it.
What now?
I'm sorry, man. I gotta be blunt and frank. Like, Sony's a joke. The Sony fanboys are a joke. I laugh at y'all. I've been laughing at y'all since even the 360 era, even Xbox One era, when we only had third-party games, and they made fun of us and was like, all you got is third-party games. Third-party games is trash. Or you got is third-party games. Now it's okay to have third-party games because that's all they have. That's all they have to lean on. Well, lean on that. And stop port begging. Stop asking for Xbox games and hating on Xbox because your platform of choice is garbage. You want to play Xbox games? Go subscribe to Game Pass. Play it on your tablet phone, iPhone, iPad, Android. Play it on your PC. And if you really want to get that Xbox experience in general, go get a Series S. Go get a Series X and really enjoy Xbox. Like what most normal people do that really want to enjoy Xbox games, because Xbox and Game Pass is on another level. It's been that way. The tides have turned, the tables have shifted. But I want to thank you all for tuning in. You're truly the best. You're amazing. Highly appreciate y'all. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Shout out to everybody that likes my reels and shorts. Until next time, peace and be well, everyone. I'll be back with more. New bout.